If you enjoy working with data, or you are looking for the next level opportunity to grow your skills as a data analyst, or perhaps trying to grow your expertise in data across different domains, then you need to use DataSimHQ as your companion. DataSimHQ is an AI-powered data analyst job simulation platform where you complete realistic data analyst tasks with simulated data and stakeholders, and every task you complete is automatically converted by AI into a polished data portfolio that impress recruiters. And you get AI feedbacks on all your tasks, telling you what you did well, what needs improvement, and how to improve. And it doesn't end there. There's also an AI mentor that is available to provide some guidance on your tasks. You just need to ask. On the platform, currently, there are tasks across 3 tracks: SQL, Power BI, and Excel. And you can choose to work with any of the organizations available on the platform to complete your tasks. You can also work with any of the tracks. You get your instant, valuable feedbacks and build yourself a strong data analyst portfolio that truly sets you apart. Let me take you through what the platform looks like. All right, so you can get in from datasimhq.com, and then you basically want to start a free account. So I'm just going to sign in right now and log into my account. So here on the login page, I'm going to click on the sign in tab and I'm going to click on sign in. So we are in. So I'll take you through the navigation section on the left-hand side. First, the dashboard section, which is a landing page, shows some numbers around your activities on the platform. Then the work desk is where you complete tasks for different organizations. So you can change from one organization to another, and you can also select to use any of these 3 tools, SQL, Power BI, or Excel, to complete some tasks there. I'll come back to explain this section in details. So let's move on to the business requests tab. This is where you see all your stakeholder requests for all the different organizations. Then in the inbox, you get to receive some instructions and other communications from stakeholders. See, at some points, I got a congratulations message for getting a promotion. And the analyst boards, you can see how you compare to other analysts. A 30-day challenge was conducted and completed already, but typically you can see how you perform against other analysts during a week or all time, or you can also check by organization that you currently work in. Training on mentoring is coming soon. In the My Profile section, you see how in the My Profile section, you can see your work footprints, and you can also see the certificates that you earn when you're going promotions, and you also get to see a list of all the tasks that you have completed. And now the big parts. Portfolio. The portfolio is basically compiled from all the tasks that you complete on the platform, automatically generated by AI. It's editable, and you can also download as PDF. I'll just basically go back here. I forgot to add that you can also share your portfolio link with anyone to view your projects. And of course, you can edit your portfolio. Under settings, you can update your username, your password. You can also update your tools tag and your subscription. Now let's take a look at how to actually complete tasks in the platform. So I'm going to go to the work desk tab. And let me go to this organization, VitalCore Health Network, and I'm going to try to complete a task in SQL. So I've got episode 1, I've completed the first and the second task. So let me go complete a third task right now. So I click on Start Task. So here I get to see the business request. My stakeholder is Micros this time around, and he needs a number for our next finance meeting for all claims submitted in October 2024. He wants to see total number of claims submitted and also total amounts paid. And that's all my cost warrants at the moment. So if I scroll down a little bit here, I can write in my SQL query here, and this is going to run against a PostgreSQL database. And I can also basically view the data dictionary for these organizations that I'm going to be querying. So here you get to see all the tables that are there, and then you can also see descriptions for those tables. And you're also able to filter that down by different tables. So let me just close this dictionary right here. Also, you can always start it past by scrolling further down to go check the hints. Now, sometimes the hints may be much more helpful, and some other time is just going to give you a little bit of idea, and you are basically going to try to figure every other thing out. Besides that, you can also ask the AI mental questions. For example, I'm just going to ask a random question right now to say something like, which cable is my cross referring to? Let's see what comes out from here. So the mental response to say, great question to start with. Always good to confirm yourselves before writing any code. My cost was collimation, claims data, and hints points to directly to healthcare.claims. So basically you got to ask the AI mental questions about it past to clarify if there's something you do not properly understand about a task. So once you have everything in place, I can come in here to basically write my code. I have it copied somewhere. I'm just going to paste that. Then I hope that I would have satisfied my cross with his requirements, so I can do a run query to check if my query actually runs. So there it is. I can see the result of my query. If I'm okay, I'm good with that. I'm going to click submit to manager. And then I can wait for my feedback. All right. So lucky me, I'm able to get 100 out of 100. I can also resubmit if I score less than 100, but that's basically is not going to provide me with more XPs. So let's see what it says about my submission. So you nailed it. Your query correctly returns your October 2024 claims count and total paid amount in a single claim snapshot. What you did well. So basically gives me a couple of things that I've been able to do correctly. And if there are other areas that I did not properly complete, then I'm also going to get that as part of the feedback. So now let's go check out what Power BI task submissions look like. So I'm going to go back to my work days, and this time let me work with Nexus Financial Services. And I basically want to complete a Power BI task. So this time, let me basically work with something that I have already submitted before now. So it's going to be like a resubmit. Hopefully, I'm able to get the right file from my computer. Now, in Power BI task, a little bit special because there are different types of submissions that are available for Power BI. Because some tasks are going to be more of data modeling or Power Query tasks. So they're going to require submitting PBIP files, that's Power BI project files. And then for the visualization tasks, they're going to require sending image files. So let me go to review my first submission here. So there you have the business requires. And as you can see, I already asked my AI mental question at some points about the brand color. So it's able to provide me the brand colors for Nexus Financial Services. My stakeholder here is Sarah. You can see basically also check view data dictionary. Now, some Power BI tasks are going to require you to connect directly to PostgreSQL database, depending on the organization and also the tasks. But for this particular task right now, I have to basically start by downloading an Excel file. And then if I were to connect directly, which is going to be the case at some point during this project with Nexus Finance, I'm going to have to connect to PostgreSQL. I can see my database connection details right there. And then most importantly, for Power BI tasks that require submitting PBIP files, there are steps that I need to take to be able to ensure that I save my Power BI file as PBIP. Once I've got that in place correctly, then I can come in here to upload and submit my file. So I've got something on my computer right now, so I'm just going to click on upload zip file. There I have the episode 1 zip file. I'm going to click on that and click open. I wait for the file to be properly uploaded and parsed. Then I'm going to resubmit right now because I've basically completed this task before now. So if I click on resubmit to improve score, all right, so the feedback is right here. And for this current file operator, I'm able to score only 50 out of the 100%. Here are the things I've been able to do correctly. And these are the things I basically miss out. And then I've got some suggestions also that can help me to fix the things that I miss out. So I'll just quickly go back to work desk. So that's basically one submission type for Power BI tasks. So for tasks that are more of visualization tasks, for example, here I have build a foundation page. Let me review this starts to see if it's a visualization task. Okay, so this is not I'm going to go back to my work desk and I'm basically looking for a visualization task. So that is the next one right there, visualize industry concentration. If I go to start this task. So for visualization tasks, I can use the design inspiration right here. It already has a prompt that I can basically copy and use on any LLM service. So I'm going to copy this prompt right now. Then I'm going to scroll down to pick any of these LLM services that I currently use, or it could also be any other LLM for that matter. So let me go ChatGPT. So my ChatGPT comes up. I'm going to paste the prompt, and I'm going to upload that or send my prompt. I'll wait for ChatGPT to do its thing, and it's basically going to return some HTML codes for me that I can take back to DataSimHQ for me to export that. And I can basically use the design that have been generated as an idea for completing the particular task. So yeah, it's currently writing the HTML codes. Right, so I think that is completed. So I'm going to come here and basically copy this code. I'll take that back to DataSimHQ and I'll basically paste the HTML code in here so that I can download as an HTML file. Once my download is complete, I can click on the download, and that basically provides me with a designer idea that I can use to complete that particular task. This is going to be slightly different for every single pressing, and also every time you try to use a code to generate these, you can expect to have different results. For every single iteration, it might be similar, but it's definitely going to have some differences. So that's one thing to note for Power BI visualization tasks. And this task also basically requires, by go back to the task tab here, I'm supposed to upload a TBIX. So I am going to go back to my work task and find another visualization task that will require submitting images. So let's look at this BOD chart by industry chart. All right, so for this task, I'm supposed to submit an image. If I just click on add a screenshot or upload a screenshot here, I'm going to be able to upload an image from my computer. And finally, let's quickly go back to work desk. And let's go to see what Excel tasks look like. So it's pretty much very similar to Power BI. So you can start a task. You may have to download some files. Sometimes, well, pretty much once your tasks are completed for Excel, you get to upload your completed Excel file, and you can also upload a screenshot of your file with that. So that's it. DataSimHQ platform. You can start for free. Let me know what you think about the platform.